Sagittarius male and Mercury retrograde, there tends to be greater sensitivity in communication, so be prepared for some miscommunications. The classic way that Sun in Sagittarius sets themselves up for the Mercury retrograde cycle is to ignore the details and to avoid checking or asking others for their input, because there is a sense of knowing what they are doing. When that knowing comes from intuition or an inner sense of one's truth, it can lead to the next positive expansion. But just as easily, if it does not come from this place, but instead comes from judgment based on a false premise, then it can lead to difficulties. Often the hint for Sun in Sagittarius that their sense of knowing is incorrect occurs when the choice is made to ignore checking the facts. It occurs in much the same way as when someone who is trying to lose weight decides to take a break in checking their weight for a few days. More often than not, the very avoidance is a hint that in fact their weight is going up. In a similar fashion, when Sagittarius avoids checking the facts, because they think they are right, then they need to re-examine their stance, because it is then that they are at risk of setting themselves up. You may not think clearly, and gossip will exist in large numbers or amounts. Old friends may reconnect or reach out to you. Dear Sagittarius male, you may often set yourself up with not checking the accuracy of facts or the opinions of others, so try to be open-minded. You may share facts too early before they have been checked or looked into. You may feel people are not cheering you on, but it is your job to be your own coach. Also, it is important to recognize opinions that masquerade as facts, but are actually the action of concluding something based on judgments and false beliefs. Remember, Sagittarius in this time awareness tends to be decreased and cloudy, but in this time Mercury retrograde can be a blessing. The retrograde cycle tends to reveal what is not working properly, and although it can contribute to delays and frustrations, it can also reveal issues that are important to resolve, fix or address. It is a good time to deal with what you may have put on the back burner and for reflective and do some creative writing, inner work, journaling, spiritual work and completing long overdue tasks.